Hi, y'all.
Hey.
Welcome to Two Laps Ahead. This is officially our first episode. We are so excited to be here. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. This has been in the works since last year. We've been on calls, we've been in meetings, we've been researching, we've been outsourcing, planning. We've been doing everything to get to this moment. And we are here. And in this episode, we talked about O2, we talked about ourselves, 2 laps ahead, we talked about the drama, we talked about Daytona.
Daytona was hard.
A little bit of F1 as well. So we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. So see ya.
Enjoy it. Yo, we got a podcast.
Yo, we really did this.
Someone gave us mics and said, enjoy. Who allowed that?
When they said licensing, we didn't take that seriously. But yeah, so we're on the first episode of 2 Laps Ahead. And this will be a podcast about everything that's motorsport. F1, NASCAR, Indy. Did I miss something?
IMSA, NASCAR Pinties, the Canadian Series.
Okay.
F2, F3, FE. What else? Basically just racing.
Basically all of them.
Mainly obviously F1, IndyCar, NASCAR.
Yeah.
But we'll dabble into all the smaller series.
Yeah. So any car that goes Zoom.
Real fast.
Yeah. That's what we're doing.
We're gonna talk about her.
Yeah. That's what we're gonna do.
We're gonna talk about her.
That's what we're gonna do. So, first things first, I'm Katie.
And I'm Larissa.
And let's just say that 2 Laps Ahead started with just
a random text. I still have it. It was just like, hey, are you awake? Yeah. I had this idea. Okay. So, a podcast. And next Monday we had a call, and then ta-da!
Here we are.
That's basically it.
Yeah, talked about, and in that one phone call we talked about deadass everything.
Yeah, the name, the color, what we thought was gonna happen, what we want to talk about, our goals.
Everything was put out
in one call.
Almost two calls.
Yeah, almost two calls.
Almost 2 calls. We really wanted to be detailed with how the podcast was going to come out, because we wanted to be ready for y'all, and also just be ready because we didn't want it to start sloppy, I guess. But
we don't have this is a learning process.
Yeah. So you guys are just as much on a journey with us as we are on this journey, because this is very new to both of us. But why did 2 Laps Ahead started? Because we both love racing. Yeah. We both love to see guys get into cars and go fast.
Real fast in circle.
Real fast for 2 hours.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
5 a.m., 3 p.m.
10 p.m. when it's Las Vegas.
Whatever it is. We just love it.
Love it.
It's a passion, I think.
Yeah.
It is. It's a passion.
So
addiction, some would say, but hey.
To be fair though, the way that last year I was on these races, you'd think that was low-key my full-time job. I was
same.
I was touring with F1 because I was on these races.
That's
but
me.
Yeah.
I'd be up at 5 a.m, watch F2, F3, then F1, then IndyCar, then NASCAR X, and then NASCAR until 9 p.m. That was a full-time job, and that was almost every Sunday. Mind you, I'm at school and I have things to do, but every Sunday.
One thing I can say though, I can say a big thank you to Larissa, because I did become a fan of F1 through her, because she was already into it and she started posting it a lot. Or maybe it's because I guess the Instagram algorithm started to put her a lot on my early people in the story thing. And so whenever I was looking at her stuff, it was always oh, this person won here, this person won there, and I'm like, who are these people? Crashed. I don't know what she's talking about. And it was the year that there was another racing show on Netflix, but it was for no. It was basically not amateurs, but professional drivers that had their own cars, that they modified themselves. I forgot the name of the Netflix show, but I think it's still on Netflix. But they had to go through this whole obstacle course with their cars and see which one of them is a better driver and stuff like that. So I just finished watching that show, and then she started to post a lot about F1, and coincidentally first season of Drive to Survive came out that same year. So I was like, oh, this is a sign. I watched the first season because I'm like, well, you know, this is what you do on Netflix. Plus, when Drive to Survive came out, it got recommended to me because I watched the other racing show.
They knew.
So I was okay. So this is basically all working together. So when I watched the first season, I was like, oh, there's all of this going on in F1.
That's nice.
That's nice. And then I became a fan, and then and people weren't really about it. So
they still are.
So the only person that I could really talk about it with was with Larissa. But then I had like a couple other people that got into it as well, and I was talking to them about it. But yeah, that's basically how I became a fan, man. Like thanks to.
Was it like last 2 years ago?
When did Drive to Survive first came out?
I want to say like 2022. Because when I first got into F1, I don't think it was out.
Yeah, I think it's 2022. I think so.
Yeah, because they did the first season, it was like the COVID era, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I got into F1. Like, it's such a crazy story. I was on Instagram, and then Tom Holland popped in my For You page. And he's like, with cars, I'm like, okay, what's F1? Who's Monaco? Like, what's going on? And I look into it, and one day I watch all the F1 videos, like the little challenges they have.
Right.
Like, I watch all of them. By Spain, I was a fan.
No, I get it.
No, I was hooked really fast.
I get it.
Like, it's a problem. Like, I don't know what got into me, but I got hooked real fast. I think the media really catch, like, my attention. Mm-hmm. That's what got me into it the most. Jesus Christ.
Well, you guys can expect for us to be here every week, okay, for every races. Even when they don't have a race, because we know that they have, like, 2 sets of breaks. One from the summer and a couple in between races, and then one for the winter. But you'll still get some stuff from us because there's always stuff going on, and so there's always stuff to talk about. And even so, like we said, it's not only surrounded by F1. We have a lot more to talk about and cover. So there will be
content,
and there will be discussions to have.
Always.
And there will be fights to have because we practically will box each other for these.
Well, yeah, I mean, we both love the sport, but we have 2 different opinions and we have different views.
Yeah.
So if I uppercut you at one point, like, it's totally normal.
Yeah, but don't be surprised when I take you right back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
It's tit for tat.
Tit for tat.
It's tit for tat. But let's talk about this O2, though.
Girl.
Oh.
Let me. Okay.
So let's start with deliveries.
Okay. Overall, most of the cars were the same as last year or previous years.
Yeah, about the same.
Yeah. Almost all the cars.
Almost.
We had like a few like, wow, this is like a nice little touch here and there. Yeah. But there was nothing like massive that was like, oh my God, like, wow, like, who's this team? You know?
I think what I liked about this year for a lot of the cars, as much as they were similar to last year's liveries, is that the choice of colors were popping out more.
Yeah, I found that in a few cars.
Like the Williams, the blue was beautiful. I think it was a nice shade of blue.
It was a darker blue,
It was a darker blue.
Yeah.
So it was really standing out. And then even for the Ferrari, it's still red because, of course, it's Ferrari. But from it going from a bright red to a more cherry canary red was very stunning to me because I was like, oh, they're low-key coming for blood. Okay. It was really nice. I think that was, for me, that was most of the highlight. Of course, there's the V-Carb.
V-Carb was gorgeous.
V-Carb.
Okay, what's the full name? Can you say it?
It's Visa Cash App Racing Bull
That's it. You can read it. That's
Right?
it. That's it.
Okay.
Visa Cash App Racing Bull.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Oh God, when I saw the white, I was like, oh, who's this baddie? Put that in the bag. No, she was gorgeous.
She was gorgeous.
And the guy who was like, "Short Kings Assemble," I was like, who hired this man?
No, she was gorgeous.
Oh,
she was
no.
gorgeous.
That was a nice car.
Though I think out of all the cars, V Carb is number one.
Oh yeah.
Because the white is gonna look so good on track, and I think especially in the night races, I'm thinking Las Vegas, Singapore.
Ooh, Singapore. Oh yeah.
Abu Dhabi.
That's gonna be.
It's gonna be gorgeous when the lights are gonna come on. It's just gonna be like pow, flash of white coming on. You're gonna know it's V Carb that just passed by. Like it's gonna be Yuki, just
or Isaac. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be Yuki just passing by. You know
or
what I'm
Isaac,
saying?
because he's also.
Yeah, for sure.
Girl. Well, whatever.
Yeah, but I think a lot of them did like a lot of what they did last year. I'm thinking about Steak. It was just
freaking Red Bull.
Now Steak is just more of like it was a smoother gradient between the
I like
green
that.
to
The little
black. Yeah, there was a smoother
fading thingy.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That got me.
What's it called? McLaren said it's an homage to last year. It was literally copy paste. They said, "Here's the car." Like, it was like last
if
year.
it ain't broke, don't fix it. Copied it.
Aston Martin said green.
No, I like the little yellow touches that they had.
Yeah,
the lime yellowish touches. That was really nice.
No, that's nice.
Like
but it was basically green. It was green. I was like, okay, that's cute.
Okay.
And then there was Red Bull being Red Bull, Mercedes, which was the gray to the black.
That was cool.
Okay.
But Red Bull...
we saw that last year and the year before that.
Red Bull, like, it's my fault because I had hope for like a new car. Like I was watching, I was like, oh my god, this is the year. This is happening. Like they're gonna have a new car. Because I'm like, okay, like Max, new like four times championship.
Don't let them people.
3 to some. I'm just saying.
I respect all 4 championships. I respect all of them.
Oh no, so do I. I'm just saying to some people. For some people, it's only 3.
Continue.
But with the what's his name, Liam, I was like, okay, new era, young driver. You know, they're gonna pop off. This is the year we see a different color.
I mean, they've had a new driver, apart from Checo that took 2-3 years.
2-3 years, yeah.
They had a new driver almost every year before that. So I mean, I wasn't expecting them to be like, oh, Liam is coming.
But they went through a lot of like drama and lawsuits. So I thought that this was the year to come back. You know, case free. You know, just. You know, popping off. And I watched the whole little video they had, which is really cute. Yeah. To have the same car.
It is what it is.
The same car.
It is what it is. You know what, though? Apart from the livery, you know what I really, really did enjoy was the tracksuits.
Yeah.
I think everybody stepped up their game from last year, which I really loved. Because then there was, like, new details on their tracksuit that they didn't have last year.
And the way it was, like...
The way that it was made, like McLaren that had like the black stripe going across their body, Stick that had their name on the side, Ferrari that had the white patch to say the
and
flag.
Their name on the back.
Yeah, their name on the back. Like I think V Carb is also their suit is white.
Yeah.
But like the blue and the green very much.
Yeah, it's on like the shoulder.
It's so nice.
It's really classic.
I think everything meshes very, very well. So I think the tracksuits were more of a event
than the cars themselves.
Yeah, it was so nice. For me personally, I really enjoyed seeing that. Yeah. I think the event was nice. I think it was a nice thing to do for F75. And, you know, it was... Honestly, I didn't realize until they said O2 how big the audience was going to be. Because I was thinking... Packed. A little bit more smaller.
Yeah.
But then they said O2, and O2 is really, really big. And I was like, oh, okay, so they're really trying to pack.
They're going out.
They're really going to pack it. But, I mean, fair enough. People are going to come to see that. So, you know what I mean? Personal opinion. I don't think they should do this every year. I don't think this is an every year
Thing to have.
thing to do. I think in the sense of, oh, we did it for F75, celebrate 75 years of history, see where we've come from, da-da-da.
If we do 100, they could do it again.
Yeah.
No.
Sure.
If we're doing like big, achievement, big things, 75, then 100.
Sure. For
I will take that.
For sure.
I will
For
take
sure.
that.
I think it was nice in the space, in the theme of what we were doing, for sure. Doing this every year,
No.
I don't want to be tuning in every year for 2.5 hours to see Steak drumming to a drum set, drum
Oh
line.
my gosh, the
Every
Alpine
year.
thingy was the most awkward thing I've ever seen in my life. They kept zooming into like these old CEOs' face, and they were like confused.
So I don't know what the theme that they told Alpine, but Alpine said,
Tomorrowland is today.
yeah.
This guy, I don't know who he was, but he was
into
vibing,
it. He was into it.
but no one else was.
I think that's why they didn't show the audience, because I think the audience was just like,
Oh, they showed like two CEOs just being like, just really confused. Like he was jumping on, like, whoo, get it, and it's
and
just
he
like,
was like,
where's the car?
okay, just bring out the car. And it was long too.
Oh,
That's the
yeah,
thing,
it was so long for no
I was like,
reason.
oh my gosh, let this set be.
Let me see the car. I just want to see the car. Cut it. Cut the show. Cut the
Okay.
camera.
I think out of all the promotions videos, I really did enjoy.
Aston Martin?
Yeah, cause Tem came out.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, she's fine.
Gorgeous.
Tams came out,
Gorgeous.
and she came out with them Vogue girls.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But
Very rude.
it was Aston Martin. I like the 007 theme.
Yeah.
That was nice. But also for me, I think number one was definitely Red Bull Racing with all of the like
The convoy?
yeah,
thingy?
with the convoy.
Yeah.
With the actual owners of the cars and stuff like that, and their cars in the convoy. I think that was super sick, because it shows that they reached out to the local
Yeah.
people in the area to be like, we want y'all in the thing. We want you guys to represent cars, to represent basically what we stand for, and
Car
stuff like
fans,
that.
basically.
Car
Yeah.
fans, basically.
That was good on
Because I mean,
that.
those are people that put time, effort, money, their lives into a car, and fair enough, because the cars were beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Like, I wish I was there just to see it in person. But
It
yeah.
really is.
When it comes to do it again, yeah, in 25 years.
For the 100 birthday. Ooh, hello. Sorry. For the 100th birthday?
Yeah.
Yes. Every year. No, because I also like watching each team's livery at their own
At their own
headquarters,
tempo, yeah.
their own vibe, their own aesthetic, and we can people were saying that with the F102 we can't really talk with the drivers about what the car, how it was built, what the new things.
Yeah, what they can perform.
It was
and
all
stuff.
how do you like the car? I like it.
It's
All right,
great.
next team.
Me-
Which, I mean,
like, girl.
I'm glad you like it, but there's no intel as to how the car was built.
Yeah.
What's different from last year? The new tech to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there was no insight into the car.
It was like,
So
do you like
now-
it? Yes. All right, next team.
Yeah, so now we're gonna have to find out on track and also in the different interviews they're gonna do how the car is gonna
Yeah.
interact and stuff. So that's just, I think I prefer to just see it on their own time in their own headquarters with their own team, because then they can have the everybody that participated into building the car. I think that's nice, a nice touch to have. You know what I mean? Instead of having just three
Fans,
people
yeah.
on stage, but.
I mean, they did say that some teams had their whole, not the whole, but some of their employees.
Yeah, on stage.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Not everybody did that, which is what I'm saying. It's a
Yeah.
shame, because then it's usually you would have the whole garage.
Yeah, it was there. Everyone
Yeah.
who worked on it.
To be there
Gets to,
to see
experience.
what they made.
Yeah.
Girl, if I made that car,
I better
want to
see it.
see the car. I want to be able to touch the car. You know
That's
what
a
I'm
fine
saying?
though. That's a fine. Careful. Hands up, baby. Hands up. If I go to the pit lane, I'm not touching anyone's car.
Yo, I'm gonna have my hands like under, and I'll be like, oh my god, wow.
That's so cool.
Wow.
Where'd you get that?
Is that that thing right there? No,
I love it.
To the right. Yeah,
And under it, my hands are tied together. Because
Yeah.
knowing myself, I love like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it'll be a reflex to just be like, oh, and then touch it, and then
And the FIA finds me.
yeah.
Dang it.
I ain't got the money, honey,
$25,000?
and that's pounds.
Ow!
I got it.
I didn't even think about that.
I ain't got it.
Wow, no, that.
I ain't got it.
Time me up.
But speaking of drama, what's going on with all that?
Oh! Today I was on TikTok and this creator, which, you know what, for legal purposes, I will not name. But if you know her, you know her. She went on TikTok talking about the downfall of F1 because of the O2 event, where it was more of a show than a sport, and they were focused on more like of the, like, you know, media and all the everything that was not racing wise.
Sure.
And she said that was basically the downfall of F1, and that they should stop having so much like media stuff and like so much show thanks to that sport. The thing is, you interviewed racers because of those media stuff that you call stupid and useless.
Okay, so you didn't want the job that you signed up for?
I don't get it. You had tea with George Russell at the Marriott Hotel, and you're complaining about the media stuff and the show.
It was tea. Like piping tea?
Like just tea and biscuit and...
Oh, okay, tea.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you meant like...
They were like, what happened?
Frisket tea.
No. So people are like really mad, like, oh, of course it's you. Like, you get to see drivers now, you like complain about that, like, so hypocrite.
Yeah. I do agree. I think it's a little bit hypocrite because, again, you have to understand that even in a sport, you have to do stuff like this in order to just showcase how far something has come up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you will see this type of thing in every sport. You'll see it in soccer, you'll see it in football, you'll see it in basketball, you'll see it in swimming, volleyball. They will all have showcases for whatever milestone that they're hitting because it's been that time. We have progressed to where we are right now. So F7, and that's the thing, it's like that's the first time that we're doing something at this magnitude. F75 it took 75 years, mind you. Okay, so of course, plus you want to have an exciting year because one, we have a lot of rookies on the roster. We have a lot of new stuff going on. We don't have a lot of the same drivers anymore. Like, a lot of stuff have shifted. So of course you want to showcase and celebrate that as well. Like, you can't say that, oh, it's just a show. It is, like, I mean, yes, it is a show. We all knew it was a show. We understood that part, but that's kind of the point.
Yeah, but also, mind you, without the show in F1, there would be no F1 fans because after Schumacher left, the viewing rate went down by so much. And until Netflix came up, this sport was dying because no one watched it anymore. So this show is opening doors to new fans, opening new jobs, new roles, like your job.
To people.
Yeah, and I don't know. To me, it's just like...
Yeah. But as I'm saying, like, everybody has to make those shows. Just like every corporate America places has to make a show. You know what I mean? Like, there was a commercial that just came out for Booster Juice because now they just hit like 100 years or...
Oh.
Almost like 100 years or something.
More than F1?
Or like, no, actually, was it 50? They hit a milestone of years, basically. And it was like a whole cute video about how, you know, we've come this far. We've been with you guys for all this journey. Now it's time for y'all to join our journey because we're starting, you know, being older and stuff like that. It's cute. But does it have anything to do with what Booster Juice does, which is food
and
smoothies? No. But it's there to showcase what they've been. You have to do it. It is what it is.
Yeah, I think it was just... People thought it was not well said because the way she said it seemed like she was bashing the whole media side and like the whole like show side of the sport.
You can log off. We'll take your place.
I'm so glad we didn't say her name. Whew. Yeah. We'll take your place. Not for real.
You can log off. We'll take your place.
If you hate your job... I'll do it for free.
No, but
No. If you fly me out, I'll do it for free. You don't have to pay me.
no, but
Yes.
no, but I'll do your job. Like, you can log off. I'll take your place. What? Plus, listen, we're two black girls. We're funny.
We're loud.
We're loud. We're yapping.
We have opinions.
We have opinions.
That are out there, I'd say. They're a bit out there.
We can. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna take your spot.
Yeah.
And that's respectfully.
Respect. Or
Disrespectfully. You know what
that's
I'm
more
saying?
like it. That's more like
Like, listen.
girl.
Listen. We want this to go far. We want to push us as far as we can, and we never know how far this can go. So
Yeah.
imagine how much we're gonna be like working on this. I'm just
Also, like,
saying.
I can count on like one hand the amount of female racing podcasts, but the amount of like black female racing podcasts, I think there's like one that I can think of.
And now we're two.
And now there were two now.
And now we're two.
Now we're two. So this is really like to open a new place for people of color.
Yeah.
That like this sport. Because people are like, oh my gosh, you're black and you like racing? That's so
Yes.
weird.
Yes.
As if, girl, I'm human. Like, I have like, interests that
Yes.
my race has nothing to do with it. But somehow it's still something that gets like, brought up to us. So
All the time.
Every time.
All the time. And don't worry, y'all. We know that a lot of you guys don't listen to a lot of the races that we listen to. So this podcast is going to be very beginner,
Yeah.
new friendly. We will explain stuff for sure.
Yeah.
This episode is definitely more to just talk about stuff that's been happening before we even get into the season, and especially for for the first episode, we're just talking about
Yeah, just who we are, what
we
we
are.
like, just chit-chatting, get to know us a bit more.
getting to see what's going on.
What's going on.
and
And
to
how pretty we are, because, why not?
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But yeah, so honestly, we don't want to cause drama. We don't want to be entangled in no type of nonsense.
Legal cases.
we literally just want to put stuff out there so that it can reach out more people in Canada, and we can talk about what we like.
Especially in Canada.
We can talk about what we
Especially in
like
Canada.
and yap about it for the next hour
Yap
or so.
about it.
You know what I'm saying? And we can. And if that puts more people into F1 or into Indy
NASCAR,
or into
yeah.
NASCAR,
Then that's great too. That was the goal too. Because people,
more power to
some
y'all.
people,
You know what I'm saying?
some people only start with F1 because of how big the show, the NASCAR show is now. Not the NASCAR, but the Netflix show is
The
now.
Netflix
The
show.
Netflix show is
Yeah.
now. And that's how I got into racing by F1. But there's so much more than F1. F1 is great, don't get me wrong. It's like the top, the pinnacle of motorsports. But there's so much more than F1.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a
and
lot
that
to
I was
motorsport.
blind to for a while, and then my
Yeah.
eyes got open. And girl,
Because
well.
first of all, there's a lot of drivers, and a lot of them were employed, and you're thinking where they're employed at all these other places. So
Exactly.
you gotta look at all of what motorsport can give, and all of them have different sets of rules, and they all have a different sets of giving adrenaline to you, because your heart won't
Adrenaline?
be like giving you adrenaline.
oh, okay.
Like I don't have this I have once when I'm watching F1 I'm on edge, but when I'm watching Daytona I'm on edge as well, but I think it kicks in more later.
Oh,
Like the anxiety for me comes in later in the races than in the beginning. Compared to F1, it starts as soon as they
oh yeah, lap one.
I'm
Someone's
here
crashing.
I'm like Daytona, I'm like, okay, let me go make some food, let me come back.
That's
you
just
know?
NASCAR though. NASCAR is always like first 2 stages, everyone's chilling, and then the last 20 laps they this is it, boys, get it, and then everyone just kills each other. Daytona last week, the Daytona 500, which is the biggest racing event in the U.S., right, in NASCAR. Girl,
Yeah.
First of all,
Tell us about it.
it was at 2:30.
The rain delay?
Because Mother Nature hates NASCAR. Hates NASCAR. We had a 4-hour delay.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane. So when they finally got on track, what is it? But the first few laps, it's all going well. It's all going great. No big crashes. No big, We're chilling. We're chilling, yeah. We have 500 miles of this. Taking our time. Last 20 lap.
Yeah.
And it's not even about like, oh, my driver this. No, it's everyone was getting wrecked.
It's just inducing. Because then it's like one person would just go off, phew, and then
Everything behind him is just gone.
6 drivers are gone.
Gone. What took me is Denny Hamlin on the last lap. That was hard to watch.
It was so sad.
That was hard to watch.
That was so
last
sad.
lap,
I
man.
know. Like he was right there.
He was right there.
And then the car said bye.
The car said bye. And he took someone with him too. I think he was probably wrong, but Chloe Lajoie, but I don't know. But he took someone out with him. That was hard to watch. And then Seabell, that was my driver.
Yeah.
Christopher Bell. He last like 10 laps to go, hit the wall, took a bunch of people out with him. That was hard. That was.
I know
really
for
hard
them.
to watch.
I know. I have a feeling like for the drivers themselves, especially for NASCAR, like those last few laps, I know they want to die. Cause you're doing so well for almost 3 hours. You're good.
You're doing great.
You're doing fine. And then it's like out of nowhere, you're just getting wiped out by a car with puppies. You're like, what the bro?
Why a Wendy's sign just hit you in the freaking rear end?
Or you're getting rear-ended by a Wendy's. You're like, hello. I know they're dying inside. I can feel it.
That's why they fight though, which is so fun.
I can feel it. That's what I'm saying. Like they need to have like rings in those type of sports that I can just box it out.
In the pit lane.
Yeah,
right up
they
there.
can just box it out. But explain Daytona a bit for some of our viewers.
It's 500 miles at Daytona, around and around and around.
So if you saw Pixie cars,
yeah,
that's
if you
it.
like Lightning McQueen,
like life
Ka-chow,
is a highway.
That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah,
they
Ka-chow.
have 3 stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. And then, like I said, stage 1, chill. Stage 2, we're a bit tougher. You're just like, oh my gosh.
What are the stages? What do you mean by stages?
Oh, it's just like it's split into different like laps.
Okay.
So I think it's like 60, 90, and then the rest.
Okay. So
Yeah.
stage 1 is the first 60. Stage 2 is the
other round.
other.
And then the last stage is when they all go crazy.
Okay.
They all go crazy. They forget their manners, their standards, and they just go for the win, which is good.
Yeah.
But if you're P16, why are you thinking that you can overtake P1? And by doing so, you're taking out everyone in the race.
Why
everyone
not?
out of the
Why
race.
not?
Because you're stupid. Because why? You're in the 16th place.
But why not?
You're taking out everyone. You're taking out 20 cars of yourself. 20 cars. You were never going to get it.
Oh, okay.
Bubba was doing so well, too, for the 500.
I know.
He was doing so well.
I know.
That race pissed me off.
Bubba hurt my heart. When I saw him go, I was like, no. Of course, I'm going to take the black man.
During Ormond, too. Clock that. Yeah. Clock it.
Reparations.
Well, I'm not surprised because guess who showed up before the NASCAR race?
Who?
Trump.
That's not a name I'd like to hear on a podcast.
Not true. Sorry. I rebuke that.
Also, the guy from Malcolm in the Middle, wasn't he a driver?
What?
The guy in Malcolm in the
Spy Kid. Right? Right? Who are you talking about?
The guy from
Malcolm in the
Malcolm.
Middle?
Yes, the guy from Michael.
I know that there's the Spy Kid guy. Not Spy Kid, but I know what I mean.
Him.
Yeah, Spy Kid.
Yeah, he's one of the drivers, right?
Yeah, which is crazy. How did he go from like actor to NASCAR driver?
Listen, he got money.
I guess he got good money. He got good money.
He got money.
That's
But yeah,
insane.
if y'all didn't know, and for because clearly she's not educated, but for those that know,
Wow.
OGs,
Wow.
the actor Frankie, what's his name? I literally just saw it. Frankie Muniz, the guy that played Malcolm in the Middle, is a NASCAR driver. And he actually did pretty well. He finished P10
Like like how?
in his race.
Like the career change is insane.
The pipeline is crazy.
Insane.
But hey, he made it through.
from red carpets to NASCAR races.
He made it through. He made it through.
Jeez.
So what do you think is going to be the predictions for this season, though?
Okay. I've been on the Seatbelt train since last year.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, Denny Hamlin has to win, not for him, for his parents.
Mm-hmm.
They have sacrificed so much for him to be there that
Mm-hmm.
now I want this for them, not him anymore.
for him,
Because
yeah.
clearly he don't want it no more.
I think he's
Clearly.
tired. I don't think he's like physically tired. I think he's mentally tired. Like it takes a
Yeah.
toll on you to try
So hard every year.
every year and you don't get it.
You don't get it.
And like he gets close, but it just it's never enough for him to actually get it.
Yeah.
And
he's
I feel
really
bad.
unlucky.
I feel really bad.
Wow.
I feel really bad. But yeah, I also shared that sentiment that he needs to win this for... It's bigger than himself at this point.
At this point it is.
You need to get it done. Yeah. So what else for your predictions?
So although I would want for Hamlin to win, I would love more if Seabell won the NASCAR championship.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice. If not, I think Blaney will do really good. Last year he came second to Logano, his teammate.
Yeah, I think it will give him a good motivation to actually go for it this year.
I mean, he already won in 2020, the year before. 3?
3, yeah.
Yeah, he won. So I think a second one,
Yeah.
that would be nice.
To be fair, I just really, like, my prediction is that really, like, Hamlin puts his head down. Grinds
Focus.
it out. Grinds it out. Honey.
Focus.
And he grinds it
You know,
out.
maybe miss a few podcast episodes and just focus.
Fair enough, yo. Like, sometimes it's bigger than just a podcast, you know?
No, but I love the podcast. And he has a bowling alley in his house.
That's sick, but get on the track. Is what I'm saying. Like, get on the track.
Get on the track. Get on the track.
Get on track, boo-boo, because time is,
Ticking.
yeah.
Ticking.
And you letting it tick away. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm sorry, Danny.
How you gonna let Malcolm get on track with you? You know what I'm saying? Malcolm is on track with you, and you still got no win. Come on now, come on now.
He just got here. You've
And
been
he
here for
just
8
got
shifts.
here.
Danny.
Like, come on, man. Malcolm just got here, and if you didn't know, Malcolm was rowdy. He was rowdy. He was rowdy.
I didn't even watch that show.
Yo, that was a good show.
I watched his spy movie. Like when they were like kids spying.
You missed out, man. Because Malcolm in the Middle, listen, Malcolm was putting his parents in early retirement. That's all I'm saying. But he was
my God.
But you letting Malcolm do P10 on you. That's all I'm
and
saying.
you're DNFing.
And you're, you know what I'm saying? Like your card is not even crossing the finish line. You gotta get through it. We gotta get through it. We gotta get through it.
I think this year we'll see at least 3 fights. And not like push fight. Like I'm talking about like
fist fight.
fist,
Yeah.
uppercut, like Kyle Busch style, like elbow.
I think everyone's nerves are higher this year. So yeah, we're definitely gonna see a lot of.
Yeah, because I think a few of them might retire after this. You know, for age wise, also like family wise, I think we're gonna see a few retirement.
Because I'm sorry, you can't be flying up and upside down these cars at your big age, and you got kids,
Right? Oh, I
Next
feel
thing
so
you
bad
know, it's
because-
like daddy ain't coming back home
R.I.P.
because he went flying.
Like this guy, he flew over at Daytona 500,
That's what I'm saying.
and in the interview, he's like, "Yeah, I closed my eyes and thought of my daughter." Don't say that.
That's too much.
Just retire.
That's a bit too much.
Just leave.
That's a bit too
Just
much.
leave, because when I watched it, I was like, oh my gosh, that's scary.
And that's the thing, like, I couldn't be the wives or their girlfriends or their fiance, because I'd see you fly and I'd be like, yeah, like, I'm preparing the funeral, like, it's done.
I'm a widow.
Like, it's
I
done.
think, like, if we're dating, I can take it. The second we have a kid, or I'm pregnant, you're retiring.
That's not fair.
You can be like a team CEO.
That's not fair.
But you're not going to.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
Single mother. I don't think so.
Yeah, but it's not as if you would be.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's not as if you would be in need.
Oh, no, we're getting good money. We're getting good money.
It's not like you be in need.
We're secured for life.
So exactly.
Well,
so
it's just
I
like,
wouldn't be
okay.
like. It's just because I just would be like, my heart would just be on
Yeah.
the pits of my feet every time, but go do what you gotta do. And then
Yeah.
when the time comes, it's like, hey babe, we need to have a conversation that
Like the anxiety.
it's time for you to sit this one out. You know what I'm saying? But
The anxiety is like, as a wife or girlfriend, or as a mom, watching your son just like,
bruh, like, I pushed you out and this is what you're trying to do? You trying to fly in a car? Just phew.
and to you this is fun. Like, this is crazy. Like, I've said this before, like, any driver in any series that goes into a car thousands of like miles an hour.
No, you're brave.
You're
for
insane,
real.
and for that, I respect you.
You're brave for real.
You could be P1 or never win, I don't care. You get in that car, you
No.
have my respect, bro.
No, you brave.
Good
for
job.
It. No, you brave for
Because it ain't gonna be me.
Oh no, because if it was a mom, I think I'd never watch any.
Any of his race?
No.
Would you put your kid in like a racing? Like if you have kids in the near future, would they go into karting and like racing?
If they ask me like this is what I want to do, okay, fine.
But you would like not put them, like
I wouldn't push them like willfully like go
Yeah.
to karts.
there's tennis, you know, there's football,
Yeah, like
there's American football.
I'd rather you tore your ACL
Because that you
than
know
you go flying.
right.
I don't know. That's just me though.
Like if they beg me, I can't. That's my
That's what I'm
child.
saying. They have to find it themselves first,
Yeah.
and then come to me, and then I could be like, okay, yeah.
I'll think about it.
Yeah. But me telling you like, hey, there's racing out
We're
there.
going karting. Come on, get the helmet.
No. It wouldn't come from me willfully. I'm sorry.
No, I can't do it.
I'm sorry. Not sorry. But to y'all that do it though, all the power to y'all because
Period.
listen, I enjoy it. So you know what I'm saying? But speaking of which, have you seen these new FIA regulations, man? Crazy.
Girl,
Crazy.
at first I was like, oh, just like taking out the fastest lap, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I opened the dock, and I was like, fines here, fines. So I was like, I'm confused. TikTok 101, you know. For swearing, you could get banned from a race and lose championship points.
Yeah, I think that's after your third strike. Which
Huh?
makes no sense. And they also took out the communication radios inside the cars.
No, I think he wants to, but I don't think that's official yet.
I think it is. I think it's like they can't communicate with their...
Oh, hell no.
Which makes no sense.
That
Yeah, I think the FIA regulations are going to make the sport worse.
yes.
Just because with all this censorship that's going on, it's just going to make it that, one, the drivers are going to be more reserved. And so they're not going to be as...
Open.
Like, they're already not open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, these drivers are buff nerds that like to go Zoom. You know what I'm saying? They don't necessarily care to be doing media all the time. It's for us. And they know that that's part of their job, but, you know, to a certain extent. But putting all of these regulations is just going to make them even more buff and into themselves as they were before. Like, when you saw how after Max Verstappen last year, and to be fair, when he did that, I supported him like 100% because I would have done exactly the same thing. When they told him like, oh, because of him swearing,
Yeah.
to be more careful, and then they fined him, and then they give him community service, I would have been the same thing too. I would have been like, if they ask me the question, I'd be like,
I don't know.
Oh, how was your race? It was great. How do you feel about it?
Good.
Amazing.
How's the car? I don't know.
It was amazing.
Is it better? Maybe. This guy was like,
how do you feel for the next race? We shall see. Like,
TBD.
it was so short.
But so funny.
But it was so good because
Really
exactly, like, you guys are putting in stuff that is so ridiculous that is making it harder and harder for us to actually enjoy the sport that was there.
But also, like, if you're, like, risking your life every Sunday, if it comes out, let it out.
Shit gonna come out.
Let it out. Like, if you're about to hit a wall at 200 miles an hour,
Listen.
oh no, is that a wall?
Listen, let me tell
Darn
you.
it, no.
I'm
Damn.
not a racer. I'm not a driver. But when I be driving around here,
Mm-hmm.
some words be coming out of my mouth, and I'm not a driver. So I can't imagine how they're feeling when not only they're going super fast, it's a competition, it's a race. There's stuff that's on the line. There's like your whole points, your position, your legacy that's on the line, and you can't even fully express yourself. You know what I mean? Like, get out of my way.
But also,
Get the F out of my way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
actually.
saying? So it's just, I think they're just gonna make it worse, and I think it's just a power grab to put himself more into the center of attention.
yes.
And it's like you're not supposed to be that
Into
in the
this-
midst
yeah.
of like everything that's
Because
going on.
if you went in the car, why are you trying to get the camera on you that much?
Yeah, this is for drivers.
Yeah, but
let
also
them go.
there was a part about how they can't talk about politics, in as an F1 driver.
I feel
So all
that's
the like the BLM and then
I
like
think that's
gating, that was like a no.
I think that's a very targeted censorship towards Lewis Hamilton because he's always been the one to step up
Yes.
and to put everyone else on game because everyone else is too chicken to do the first move of, you know, standing up for a cause because for Black Lives Matter, it was him and everything else. And he kneeled and other drivers kneeled. Some decided not to. That's their prerogative, whatever. But he knows that because he has that platform, because he has that, you know, he has those eyes on him, like he can do those things. Just like when Naomi Osaka was playing a couple of years back, like 2022, she was coming out with a new mask, with a new name every single time because she knew that everyone that was watching, especially now that people were not in the stands for none of the Grand Slams or none of the tennis matches. They had so many more viewers watching because everybody was watching at home. Yeah. She knew she had the eyes at home. She knew she had the eyes on her to do what she needed to do to put that awareness because it affects her. As much as she can say like, oh well, it doesn't concern her. It affects her. It affects everybody. And that's just how it is. But I think it's just so dumb because it's like it's taking away
their voices in a way. You know?
Yeah, it's taking away their voices because I mean
like be for real.
I think it's just nasty work. And all the boos that the FIA got at the OT event deserved all and every single one of those boos.
Yes.
Because you suck. And I'm saying that from the depth of my diaphragm. You suck. You
from
really
the bottom
do.
of my heart.
Yeah.
You suck.
You suck.
And your regulations suck.
You suck.
I didn't like that.
You
that
suck. Because every driver had a cause, like, well, not every driver, but a lot of drivers had causes that were dear to their heart and they used their position to help them. Senna did the same thing when he was funding for educations back in Brazil. Like, if it wasn't for his position in F1 and how good he was of a driver, he wouldn't have had the same backing to get all that money to make that foundation and to have, you know, to help the kids in Brazil to get education.
Or like, you know, Norris with all the like mental health stuff, or Vettel, the whole like pollution and like ecology things.
Especially F1 because y'all be polluting this this earth with y'all jumping in between content for no reason.
race.
Like, no, like, this is important because you guys are affecting more than you think, and it's not just, oh, well, we have nothing to do, let's just bring up a cause. No, it actually affects everyone.
It does.
I know for a fact Lando Norris with his mental health, like, that was a big thing because poor guy, like, you know, rookie, but like, he was a rookie, but he had a lot of pressure, and then now he's like developing into something even better now and stuff. So there's more pressure, but there's a lot more comments, especially after the last season. But you know,
he was using this platform to, you know, connect and reach out to many people who were maybe in the same place as him,
area space,
and being just like, hey, it's okay, but also like, we can get better and we can do it together. And he was really open about it, and I really like that. And for them to be like, hey, you can't say this anymore, or you can't use your voice for good anymore.
I think it's
because you have to focus on driving.
I think it's ridiculous. I think it's bonkers. And FIA, if you ever see this, count your days. That's what I'm gonna say. Ain't it a threat?
If I see you outside,
I'm just saying. Count your days.
I'm just saying.
Like,
do a quick little prayer because
count your days.
It's going down.
Count your days. So we're gonna have to cut it here because this episode gonna be too long.
We gotta go.
We gotta go home. I gotta go eat. I'm hungry. But we will see you in the second episode so that we can talk about all the F1 coming soon in March.
Yeah.
And we are starting soon.
Regulations, new drivers.
New drivers who we think is gonna do better than the other. Obviously, her choices.
Don't go there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, y'all don't have to tune in for the second episode, but I hope you guys, we hope
that you guys enjoyed it.
You guys liked the first episode, and please stay tuned for the second one, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth. And please let us know what y'all like, what we can do, because we want to hear y'all too, man. We
need questions, your opinions, your hot takes.
We need everything. Send us everything.
All of it.
We want everything.
Bye, y'all.